The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Super Productions. There's a simple explanation. Super Megaforce, everybody.
I don't even want to open my eyes because I don't want to have to be a witness to this trash.
It's here. We're finishing the trilogy of the most wanted in comparison episodes. Samurai and Megaforce, and now Super Megaforce. Dadgummit.
Episode 20.
Of in comparison.
Super Sentai versus Gokaiger versus a piece of trash.
Known as Super Megaforce. Where do we begin?
Gokaiger v Super Megaforce, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn of the Stupid. Anyway, so we'll start where we always start with.
The opening?
The opening. It's the same.
For Super Megaforce.
For Super Megaforce, it's the same opening.
We can't
It's been...
We can't do it.
It has been a... Okay, so... Megaforce, that was 2013. This was 2014. You didn't change a thing in the opening.
They didn't. People still say their names.
I mean, yeah, there's some different visuals, but it's the same song.
Also, they don't finish Megaforce until this season.
Yeah. Megaforce pretty much ended on a cliffhanger, and then that cliffhanger was resolved in the first 5 minutes or something of this. First 10 minutes of this.
It happens later on when Vrat comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Satan.
Okay.
Okay, suffice to say, the Gokaiger opening is better.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do the characters first, and then we're going to do the plots after.
Okay.
What plot?
To all of the actors who are in Super Megaforce,
We applaud you for doing what you could do with this
in
show.
this show, there are a couple of moments, a couple of scenes where, even throughout the show, my God, they're trying.
They do as much as
They are, all of them are trying. But the job of a director is to get the best performance possible.
And the job of the writer is to not make trash.
That's the job of everyone involved.
Yeah, but the writer... It starts with the writer.
No one tries to make trash. The problem is, they were so focused on action. Let's put as much action in here as we can. At least that's the impression I got from watching this.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
And they give these characters so little to do and so little time to develop.
Or in Gia's case, so little nothing.
Yeah. They either get very little or nothing. So on the brief moments where an emotional moment does happen, and they really give it their all, like, they're not the greatest actors, but they're really trying to give us something.
They're better than what we're given.
They're better than this material.
They deserve better.
All of them deserve better.
All right, characters.
Well, we've
What
already
characters?
we've already talked about.
Do I need to get the box back?
I was going to say the characters. We already talked about them last time.
Let's do
They
it
haven't
again.
really changed much.
Marvelous and Troy.
We have a very confident, powerful leader who, embodies everything that a captain of a pirate ship should be.
Yep.
And then we have Troy, a guy who
embodies all of the qualities
Cardboard.
that cardboard should be.
Which again, I don't blame the actor for this.
we don't get, and also they were trying to give him a chosen one plot line
And it went nowhere.
because we need more action scenes.
We need more action scenes.
Yep.
Every scene that could have built context or given us character development was replaced with like a 10-second clip of a character's going, "Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's important. Oh my God, a bad guy!" And that's pretty much what happens.
But there's a simple explanation for that.
It's called moving on.
Okay!
We're not there yet. Bring it back. We're good. Let's move on to Blue. Noah and Joe. We talked about this one before, where when is it coming?
The body language does not match the character you're running.
Does
Yeah.
not at all.
No, because remember in the last show where Jake fighting in suit was, he had a really heavy weapon, an axe. And
he
But we're
flung
still
it
not there
around
yet because we're still talking about Noah.
Noah, who
that
was
too.
the nerdy kid, not the silent stoic.
Not the
sword-
silent stoic sniper. And
Or
now
the
he's the
swordsman.
silent stoic swordsman.
It doesn't
Also,
work in any case.
when at any point has he had any kind of extensive close quarters training?
Going from being mostly sniper to
And then switching to exclusively swords almost. It does not fit at all.
they wished it fit. However, it fits like, I don't know, some really, really big guy trying to squeeze into a set of ballerina tights.
I was gonna make an OG Simpson joke with the gloves, but okay.
I wasn't. Yellow. No fault of hers. Because Sierra Hannah is great.
To be fair, this one, the transition works better.
Yeah, it does.
Because they gave her the right character for both of those. It worked better for that.
Yeah.
For the stock.
Now,
footage,
where she
yeah.
got the training for the wire work that Yellow uses in the Gokaiger footage with, we won't talk about that.
They're talking about like using the swords and like swinging them around.
Because we didn't talk about this in the Gokaiger review really, that she had the ability to like detach them and like they were on string and she could whirl them around like Ivy or something.
She whips her swords back and forth.
She whips her swords back and forth. Anyway.
But Gia, like I said, no fault of her own.
No.
It works a lot better
I say that
here,
applies to everybody.
personality-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I can legitimately believe that it's the same person in either case.
Yeah. I can believe that.
Now, here's where we come to a problem.
Going
Well,
from black
more
to
so of a problem.
Jake.
Jake goes from black to green and goes from someone extremely confident in his abilities to going against Doc.
Going to Doc.
So you have a simple explanation for this, Jacob? Just let him go.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
That line perfectly sums up this entire show.
There's a perfect
Why are you pirates now? There's a simple explanation for that.
explosion.
Why did you change color? There's a simple explanation for that. Why are your fighting styles completely different? There's a simple explanation for that.
Explosion.
Why? Why?
No, we'll talk about it because I know what next point you're going to go to.
Do you?
We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Trust me, okay? We're going to wait. We got this.
What is happening?
But
Okay.
Jake and Doc are just so different.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. And it's just like none of the personality traits follow over between either of the characters, just like a lot of Noah. So, yeah, it just doesn't
Why
work.
aren't you getting any character development? There's a simple explanation for that.
Which is weird because Noah got some, but it still doesn't work for him. Anyway, Pink. Emma and Ahi.
See, again, that it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as seamless as Gia, but again, I can kind of see both.
It's fine.
I
With
can
her,
see this one.
It's fine.
I can see that, but it's still a bit off because it's weird to hear Gia do like that thing that Ahim does.
But
But
she wasn't. Eri isn't that type of person,
yeah,
but Ahi is.
yeah,
So it doesn't work nearly as well because
But-
she's much more proper.
yeah, but it's not.
She's
as,
a princess.
But that's really the only moment where you see the differences. And at least her combat style didn't change that much. She went from a blaster to blasters.
Yeah. Last but not least, we have Orion.
Orion.
Guy. I like Orion's backstory.
I like Orion's backstory. What was the name of his planet though?
There's a simple explanation for that.
No, I can't remember. Wasn't it Sentai 6?
No, that was Heckle.
Oh yeah, Heckle was Sentai 6. Damn it. We'll get to that next time.
Andrasia.
Yeah. That was just the name of it. But he came from, his entire planet was basically destroyed. He was the last one there.
Yep.
He basically took Ahim's story.
He took Ahim's story, but then he became even more badass than Ahim because he can take down a fucking spaceship with a slingshot.
I'm not sure whether that's, giving props to him or giving terrible...
Or just
Throwing shade to their
to the
engineers.
engineers.
There's a simple explanation for that.
Now,
Ask Link.
let's get to this. All right, here's my biggest thing. And one of my biggest
Are we
things.
talking about the plot now?
Yes. Wait,
John?
here's my thing.
You're going to kill him.
I know, and I'm sitting here because I'm just like, I believe in you. You can do this.
Okay, thank you.
But one of the biggest things, and I noticed this morning when I was finishing up Gokaiger, they put the Legendary War at the end,
Not at the beginning.
not at the beginning.
Yeah,
So they have no really good explanation for why the Ranger keys exist.
No.
Well, but the difference is we've been seeing them the whole show.
We've been seeing them throughout Megaforce because they line the walls of the cave, and also Troy has a vision about it.
Now, is the thing
in
that
the
you're
beginning of the first episode.
But it seems so lackluster because it happens at the end, and only if you even watch the director's cut is it any longer.
Yeah.
So a lot of the things they do here just don't matter.
It's so...
What they tried to do was the end of In Space, but more, and they tripped.
Here's what I think happened.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
Jonathan, Zacher, Saban, whoever I'm supposed to yell at for this, I'm yelling at you. Okay.
All of the above.
You saw Gokaiger. You saw Gokaiger. You were like, oh, I guess we can kind of do what Gokaiger did. And before you even knew what you had, you patented it, you packaged it, you slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you want to sell it. You want to sell it. That's the show.
He's accurate.
Oh my goodness. It's, you know how, I mentioned this in the Gokaiger review, there is so clearly a level of respect. There is honor and respect shown in this show for what has come before.
And it really
we
shows
are going
because you had these other actors who wanted
The
so
other
bad
actors-
to come back, and they do.
The actors, it's not just that the actors wanted to come back. You can see it in the performances. You can see it in the directing. You can see it in the writing. You can see the love and respect that was on display for these characters, for this legacy that has come before them. In this show, it is the most haphazard, thrown together thing.
Half-assed.
Yes. There is no thought or effort put into any of this. Yeah, they bring past Rangers back. That's nice. But they do nothing. They do nothing. I mean, when the Reds... Yeah, when Jaden comes back, the Red Samurai Ranger, he's there for like a second and says, oh, hey guys,
we've been watching you.
I was watching you, and here's this thing. And then he just disappears. Also, dick move. Ordering a yogurt and then bailing before it gets to you, dick move. Don't do that.
Fair.
Don't order food and then leave. Unless you have to.
And
Which you clearly did not.
I also... Then there was the... Jungle Fury Red Ranger episode, which was a carbon copy of the Gokaiger episode, but it's done 10 times worse because the Ranger never lets go of his weapons. The fuck?
Which is weird because the other half of it
Also, you
works.
fight with your fists. I don't let go of my fists.
No,
I can't let go of my fists unless they are physically removed from me.
No, a Ranger never lets go of his weapon until we let go of our weapons. And then we change to something that has no weapon.
Like Geki
There's a perfectly simple explanation for that.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
but I will give him...
Also, wait, what? He was a ghost the whole time? Why did he just disappear at the end? Why was he in it? Why did none of the other zookeepers be like, wait, who the hell's this guy? How did he get that uniform? Why is he in the tiger cage? Why did no one notice anything? Why did he disappear at the end of the episode? Why was he a ghost?
Don't say it.
No.
Okay.
That's the other thing first. Why were there spirit animal things, the ones from Gokaiger?
Yep.
When they should be focusing on Gokaiger at this moment.
But what animals are there in Gokaiger?
Doesn't matter. Do something else, bitch.
There's a
The
perfectly
snake and the
simple
phoenix.
explanation for that.
And then, the Sentai only suits.
You've unlocked the powers of Rangers
Never before seen on this earth.
planet. No!
Now,
You can't just brush over it like that.
And they brushed over it hard. And what makes it worse is the fact that they put the Kiba Ranger suit with the rest of the Dai Ranger suits. And you see that these two teams look much better than the Z Ranger suits do with the Kiba Ranger suit.
Yeah.
So you know that they, once again, fucked up a long time ago.
They went through, at the beginning of this, they went through so much effort to edit. Like when they first did the SPD and then they did the all red, they edited out Gosei Red because that would have made no sense.
It's
But and replaced with like Abba, like
Boken
Red. But yet you still blatantly used that footage.
Also, here's another.
You're an imbecile.
Here's another thing that drives me nuts. Why do they still have the Gokaiger suits? Why do they still have those powers if you get these new ones?
because for some reasons, like, you have to go into this form first. No, this is actually something they set up at the beginning of Super Megaforce, and they get rid of like three episodes later.
They get rid of it like 3 minutes later. Also,
you have to transform into these suits first, where you transform into the other one.
Okay, I get that. Get that for the Ranger Keys thing, kind of, but the fact that it's like every time you change into a Ranger Key, they will test your power like never before. No, they don't.
They never fucking
you
show
lying
up.
sack of crap. They never do. The worst that happens is it's like they get shot a bunch of times, and then they're back in the super mega suits, and it's like, oh, he was right. That did test our power, but these super mega suits are still great. And that's literally how it happens.
Speaking of super mega suits, it's a super mega win this time.
Oh, is it now?
Super mega... No.
No, you just negated your victory.
The inconsistencies with writing in this is, I think, the best example of how little they give a shit.
And how much of it, so much of it, like, look, there's a difference between being a Sentai fan and just being a Sentai enthusiast. Because in this case, or rather, Sentai fanboy, because Zachor was. So he wanted to keep these other Sentai suits in here for no explainable reason.
But there's that, but I think the best explanation or the best example of how little they're paying attention to what is being put on the screen is that when they throw a bunch of returning actors at us in the finale, like there's this kid on a car on the bridge bouncing out. Tommy lands on the hood. They zoom in.
Where, by the way?
I also love how that scene is ripped completely from Amazing Spider-Man.
Absolutely. But
terrible movie, but still.
Lands on the hood, zooms on his face, white tiger helmet appears on his head.
Yeah.
Shows up to the war in the Green Ranger suit.
With the silver stripe.
I don't give a shit about the silver stripe. But in the Green Ranger suit, when you just advertised him as the White Ranger, you blind sacks of shit.
I have a question.
He was first. And he'd been waiting for you all goddamn review. Go.
Who is this show for? Who is this show made for? I'm serious. If it's made for newer fans of Power Rangers...
They don't know what the fuck they're looking at.
They don't know what they're looking at. They don't know who any of these past Rangers are. If it's made for modern fans like us, who grew up watching Mighty Morphin, or even grew up with one of the later seasons, they're not going to get anything out of this because it's so shallow and hollow.
The Titanium Ranger suit has no face.
It doesn't?
No.
I didn't think I noticed that.
What do you mean? You mean on the gold?
The visor is not there. It's just the mouthpiece, and you can see the actor's face inside of it.
Where is this?
Wow. I would have to find the picture again.
Are you talking about like when they walk up, or is this during the war?
This is when they walk up.
Okay, I get that.
No, not in this case. Because Carter and...
But they couldn't get what's-his-name back.
No, it doesn't even matter. Because his face is legitimately never shown in Super Megaforce.
Oh, God.
The visor part is not there.
Nope.
So lazy.
And then, not to mention the editing sequence on this later, when
didn't we have a rant about stop talking during fight scenes?
That. Yeah. And the
paradigm example.
The run-up scene where you can see
that's
like,
this whole show.
Yeah. We can see the Rangers running at the Zangief army, Armada, whichever.
Yeah.
You see Pink Flash, Change Phoenix.
It's blink and you miss it, but it's there.
Yeah.
And then you have during the entire war, which is supposed to be this epic fight of old and new fighting together for this common evil, and then you hear, "Nice one, Miss Mighty Morphin! Okay. Shut the fuck up!"
Okay, I just rewatched this. That's not there.
What?
They're talking a lot, but they don't calling the teams by their names happened before the fight.
But still,
it's like, wow, this is so much fun. We're fighting with all these legendary Rangers. We're legends ourselves. Herpity-burpity-burpity-doo. Look at how much fun we're having. I'm not. Oh.
Tommy boy.
And again, we're just a bunch of dumb nerds who yell about things on the internet. What difference does it make if this is good or not?
Tommy Boy walks up and he does his damnedest. We're here to fight by your side, holding in the sadness of the legacy that he started and what it has become.
Which is actually worse because you can see.
But he's also like, I got a nice paycheck for this.
Did he though?
I hope he did. I hope they all did.
On some YouTube channel that he was on, I think it might have been Bad in the Sun, they showed a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff of like him and the returning Rangers walking around New Zealand and just having fun.
I think it was actually his show.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin.
And then they actually get there and they all die.
Well, not really, but
their light.
That would have been awful.
It just,
like I said, with them not giving up their powers at the beginning of the show, this part makes little to no sense because so many of the teams don't have the powers at the end of their own show.
Mm-hmm.
So just doing this for no blatant
again,
there's a simple explanation for that.
Where all the power coins were destroyed. How is Mighty Morphin there? The fucking candle thing took away the Green Ranger powers, which is why we had White to begin with.
And then with so many of the teams, at least at the beginning, sharing Rangers.
Look at Tommy. He's 5.
It's like when Black and Black RX show up in a Kamen Rider team up.
But they actually
you're the same person.
They make a point of that.
Because
Decade happened.
But Honorary Decado. Anyway, but then I'm looking at like fucking. Oh look, it's Mighty Morphin. Oh look, it's Zeo. How? The same people.
It's because like in between cuts, the guy like ran over.
He morphed into the other suit.
He had a master morph.
That wasn't introduced until Ninja
It was still stupid.
It was still fucking dumb. Though it's more effort. It's more of an explanation than we got in this. I have to give them that.
Super Megaforce is an aberration, should be shot, and put down the well. Like Danny. Danny's in the well, Lassie. Leave him there, we don't need him.
I can't.
Just a bunch of kids getting stuck under farming equipment.
This show is trash.
God, this show sucks.
Orion is the best thing about this show.
And he can't save it.
And then they, once again, like I said at the beginning of this, they do not finish Ghost Sager until this show.
Mm-hmm.
They do not finish off the Ghost Sager fight. Which, what was the explanation of them not going to Super Mega against him?
Simple one.
No, because Orion, like, he took Orion and, like, prevented them from going into that power set or something bullshitty.
Yeah.
And that's also where Robo Knight was, and that's where we got Robo Knight, Remember Your Mission.
And that's where we got Dark Robo Knight, wasn't it? Yeah, fuck. Because we forgot Robo Knight still existed.
And he does.
This show is absolute trash. And then he gave up his life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he randomly shows up in the Legendary War.
Nice, and they literally go like, hey, Robo Knight, nice to see you again. It's an honor. What the fuck?
Also, he died in the beginning of he dies in the beginning of the show. And then he shows up again and they're like, oh, hey, good to see you again. That would be like if Matt just suddenly disappeared and then he showed up again in a later episode and we were like, oh, hey, Matt, what's up? That's what I would really do.
The director's cut, that's when they actually beat Actos' Gil's counterpart.
Yeah.
You just show him being blown up in the ship in the regular episode.
Mm-hmm.
And then the director's cut, they actually do that long fight scene, although it's not nearly as long as they don't have as many to go through.
No.
And
About
that's when you get a longer version of the Legendary War 2. Because the one in the show, with how much they built up to it, is like 3 minutes.
Mm. Yeah, the Legendary War is very, very, very
non-legendary.
short.
Not really a war either.
No, it's more of a beatdown.
Either way, it's
more of a disappointing skirmish.
Yeah, that's actually a great way to put it.
It's more of a slap fight.
Anyway, I think we've ranted enough about this.
I ain't teabagging
Dumpster
this
fire.
beehive anymore.
But let us know how much you hate Super Megaforce, and if anybody says you like Super Megaforce,
Get out.
Get out. Goodbye.
No, don't get out. We still love you.
Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon
Discord.
again.
Discord invite is on our Twitter.
Patreon one more time. Yeah.
See you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This is a simple explanation.